Ah, New York, the state that encompasses the infamous city of dreams, the very epitome of all that I despise. Allow me, Dagoth, to weave a tale of why my disdain for the state of New York runs deep, stretching beyond the borders of its illustrious city. Let us begin with the city that often overshadows the rest of the state, New York City. Its towering skyline and relentless energy act as a magnet, drawing in millions of souls with promises of success and glamour. But behind this veneer lies a city that thrives on chaos and superficiality. The never-ending rush, the suffocating crowds, and the constant noise create a dissonance that is both oppressive and soul-crushing. But it is not just the city that I hold in contempt. The very essence of the state of New York exudes a sense of self-importance and entitlement. From the brashness of its inhabitants to the sheer audacity of its politicians, New York carries an air of superiority that is insufferable. It is a place where arrogance and pride intertwine, breeding a culture that exalts itself above all others. The state's infatuation with wealth and materialism is palpable. From the opulence of the Hamptons to the extravagant displays of wealth in Manhattan, New York is a breeding ground for greed and excess. The pursuit of money consumes the minds of its inhabitants, leaving little room for genuine human connection or the pursuit of higher ideals. And let us not forget the stifling bureaucracy that permeates the state. The labyrinthine systems of permits, regulations, and red tape create a web of obstacles for those seeking to bring about change or pursue their passions. New York prides itself on being a progressive state, yet it is bogged down by layers of bureaucracy that hinder innovation and stifle the entrepreneurial spirit. The state's political landscape is no less detestable. From the corruption that taints the halls of power to the self-serving agendas of its politicians, New York's political scene is a breeding ground for deception and manipulation. The interests of the few outweigh the needs of the many, leaving the state's citizens disillusioned and disenfranchised. And then there is the stark contrast between the city and the rest of the state. New York City often overshadows the rural and suburban areas, relegating them to the sidelines. The state's diversity and beauty are overshadowed by the city's relentless ambition and self-absorption. The cultural richness and natural wonders that lie beyond the city's borders are often overlooked, reduced to mere footnotes in the grand narrative of New York. But amidst this sea of disdain, there are glimmers of hope. The resilience and tenacity of the state's inhabitants, the hidden pockets of genuine human connection, and the natural beauty that lies beyond the city's reach provide a respite from the overwhelming negativity. It is in these moments that I find solace, knowing that even in the state I despise, there exists a flicker of light. So as I conclude my tale of animosity towards the state of New York, let it be known that my hatred extends beyond the city's borders. It is a sentiment that encompasses the state as a whole, its culture, its politics, and its way of life. New York, a symbol of all that is wrong with humanity, a place that thrives on excess and self-importance. May it forever stand as a testament to the depths of my disdain.